It is a very common skin problem. It is enlarged pores. And for this Derm Myth Monday, we've brought back our resident dermatologist, Dr. Chesahna Kindred from Kindred Hair and Skin Center. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. As always, thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell us, we're going to learn all about the pores on our face today, right? What can you tell us?
There's two types of pores. There's the itty bitty tiny ones that are the opening for sweat glands. They usually don't cause a problem, but it's the pores that are the opening for our oil glands, our sebaceous glands that can get clogged up and stuffed with junk.
Yeah.
Oil, bacteria, yeast, dead skin. There's over 20,000 pores on our face, so it's understandable how it can become problematic sometimes.
And so what are some of the myths that people believe when it comes to their pores and maybe trying to remedy some of these issues that they're experiencing?
There are a ton of myths regarding enlarged pores. One being that the sun shrinks the pores. The sun actually worsens pores and make them appear enlarged because the sun breaks down the collagen that supports the pores. And so if you break down any supporting structure, it tends to sag, making an opening larger. Smoking worsens it, age worsens it, things that are irritating to our skin all worsen pores, and steam and hot treatment, etc. Just causes a little bit of swelling of the skin, but it doesn't close our pores.
So when you see those treatments, especially at spas, where they're like, oh, we're going to give you the steam treatment, we're going to put the hot towel over, that's going to shrink your pores, close your pores, you're saying no.
Well, at best, it'll probably loosen some of the oil in the pores, and maybe some of that will ooze out for you. But I think one of the most important things that is offered in those services is the patients get a sense of relaxation and calming, and that really has benefits. So I don't ever take that type of treatment away from a patient, but it doesn't
so it might not close the pore up.
pores.
I'm sorry to interrupt. It might not close the pore up, but it might help you sort of clean it.
Yeah, it might loosen
maybe
not.
There. That is why we have you here, because you are the expert and you are clearing up a lot of myths, because these are the things that we are told that are sold to us. And I love that you just break it down like, that's not going to work. So tell us about what is the treatment, the proper treatment for clogged pores. What should we do?
Yes. So there's a couple of things you can do at home. One is, and I know it's not fancy, but it's actually very important, sunscreen every day. Right? Protection is always important. Prevention is always important. Without sunscreen stopping the breakdown of the structures that support the pores, you're basically walking around with a bucket of water with the hole at the bottom. Next, vitamin A creams. There's plenty that are available over the counter. The best right now is adapalene. Retinoids or vitamin A creams help to build up the structure. However, in our office and probably some other areas, or the dermatologist in the area, we actually use a device called a hydrodermabrasion. And we literally suction out all that gunk out of your pores. And literally you can see oil, yeast, dirt, makeup, lotion, dead skin floating in the waters. Sometimes we can't chemically clean out the pores, so we have to literally physically suction out all of the gunk. Now we've really, literally narrowed your pores again.
And so, and once you've done that, you can give them the proper treatments and products that they should use to maintain that, so that it's not
exactly. Once it's cleaned out, now we deposit serums or like chemical peel to try to repair whatever damage led to the enlarged pores. But what we will remember, and it's important that you said maintenance, is that the size of your pores by far is determined by genes. So you do have to continue some type of maintenance, and we'll counsel you on that.
Absolutely. Well, I know that you are breaking down all the myths, not just here on Derm Myth Monday, but you have a book, and people can also check you guys out on your website as well to get that book and to book appointments, correct?
Yes, they can get the book directly at dermamyth.com or on our website, kindredhairandskin.com. It's also available on Amazon.
I think we're all looking at your hair and skin and being like, we're going there because you look amazing.
Oh, you guys don't
practice what you preach. All right. Thank you so much for being with us, Doctor. And we'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.